Who of you is not a developer? Okay, that's good. And I guess you're always very hyped like this guy in the picture. Who of you can say to me that you have happy customers? Who is sure that your customers are happy? Who can prove that with data? Not all of you. And what are your expectations for today? Why are you in our track? We have a little bit of spare time. We can go also in the left or right direction. So are there any implicit expectations for today that we should cover for this talk?
So it's B2B. I think it's also involves data.
Yep.
And how you're using data to improve results. Measure and improve.
Okay, that is easy. We already got that covered. Maybe a more challenging one for nearly 10 a.m. in the morning. Yep, please.
Do you want to know what your mistakes were?
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll cover.
That's how you learn how you're not
Yes.
Yep.
right. So.
We will do that. But first, the main goal for today is that we want to share how we achieved having happy customers and increasing our core KPIs in the business with the help of Sitecore. But who is we? My name is Tobias. I'm Senior Product Manager at Metro Digital. Here in Spain, Metro as a brand is more known as Macro. You may have seen also some food trucks if you have been to Malaga already, but maybe you will also see that in future if you go on some sightseeing this evening or tomorrow. And together with me, there's Rea.
Thank you very much. And it's working. Yes, so as already Tobias introduced me, I'm Rehan, also Senior Product Manager. We flew from Düsseldorf to be here, working for Metro Digital almost since 5 years. And today we are going to share why we are here, why we love food, and why we are working for Metro. But for the start, let me give you a little bit an overview of the agenda, what we are going to do today. So there will be 3 small bites that you will be having, just like tapas. So first we will go into seamless user journey, why seamless user journey is important. Then comes a very interesting topic with respect to personalization, why it's a cherry on top. And at the end, as you were asking, what are the challenges, what are the learnings that we will touch at the end. But the journey of 1,000 miles begins with the first step, with a single step. So, seamless user journey, as I talked about it. What does it take to bring or create an amazing tapas table? You need to have crispy coquitas. You need to have juicy meatballs. You need to have cold and fresh dips. And behind this, if you try to think about, there is a seamless user journey. That at the same time, all things were cooked, fresh, crispy, and brought to the table. And that seamless user journey, which you don't see behind the table, you enjoy and you take it as a customer that you enjoy. And that is something which we are going to share with you, that how we in Metro created that seamless user journey for our customers of wholesale world. But first of all, a little bit towards the business side. What is Metro? As already Tobias mentioned, here, most probably in Spain, you know it as Macro. So in some parts, I don't know the reason. Don't ask me, please, why we call it Macro. This was a business decision, but we have Macro here. We are an international wholesaler in Europe with more than 150,000 employees. And the last year revenue was around $30 billion. So you can see it's a huge company in 21 different countries. And Metro Digital, where we come from, is a product organization which provide IT solutions to Metro and Macro businesses. And we talked about business. So the first thing which comes into mind is business models. What are the business models? So our business models are as different as these 3 chefs' skill set you see here. There are 3 different chefs, and you know that they're going to be experts in their own domains. And just like that, we have one business model just to create the basics so you understand Metro and the B2B organization, as you mentioned about it. We do delivery business, meaning we have a core business target group that is HoReCa, hotels, restaurants, catering. For HoReCa business owners, we do delivery, meaning they can order online and then we deliver to their restaurants all their products which they have ordered. At the same time, we also have our stores, Metro Macro stores, you might have seen them. Customers can go there. It's a B2B stores. Not everyone can go. You have to be a business owner. You go there, and then you buy your products directly in the store. And the third one is e-commerce, online, marketplace. So you can also do on our websites non-food products you can order online via our e-commerce business model. So you see now, we are such a huge organization in 21 different countries, and having 3 main business models. I've not touched a couple of them as well. And the challenge which we have with respect to creating a website which is seamless and providing the customers what they need. Just being a chef, as you saw that, it does not guarantee that you can create this nice almond tray, luscious cakes. I had to really learn this word, so it was not easy to come to me. But to create this whole thing, there was different challenges. You have to have good consistency, different consistency, manage the milk consistency, almond, how the almonds are, and then on top of it, then you see this nice cream, how it is made. So these are the challenges, you can very much connect it with the food world as well. And the same way, we also have challenges. With these 3 business models, we created a strategy. What is our challenges? Metro challenge is to create a multi-channel customer experience. What does that mean? Let me start with channels. We have different channels. We have SMS, newsletter channel, Metro app, we have websites, shops. So you see all these channels we want to have with an omni-channel experience, but as well as multi-channel experience. What does that mean? That means if a customer is a delivery customer, we still want him to buy in e-commerce, because our data, and you were talking about data, our data has shown if the customer is buying in 2 different channels, there are definitely more sales as compared to the person or the customer stays in one channel. And that we take as our one big challenge that we need to solve, that how we create multi-channel customers who are buying in more than one channel. And today, we can talk about all these different channels. I can talk about newsletter and other, but today's focus to set the stage is the website. The website channel we are going to talk about today, and how we created this multi-channel strategy, and how we try to achieve the results for this multi-channel strategy with our website. But before that, as we are product managers, and we think like product managers, and might be some of you, hopefully are also that. If you know product management, that's a nice triangle always. That as a product manager, you need to have a good understanding of UX, customer experience, tech, engineering side. You don't have to be engineer, but you need to understand how the engineering works, and also the business side. Once you have created this nice triangle, you most probably are a good product manager. And that's how I'm going to go further with my presentation as well. I'm going to talk about business. I have set the stage also what our strategy, business KPIs. I'm going to talk about technology. That comes where Sitecore comes in, and also as well the customers. But let's start with business KPIs. As I mentioned, multi-channel was our strategy, and last year we defined certain KPIs that, okay, yes, we are multi-channel, but to be successful, we need to measure what is our KPIs, that if we achieve them, we are successful. One of the KPI was we need new customers, multi-channel customers, but still we need new customers which we are getting out of our website. The second strategy was, or KPI was, commerce sales. Have we improved our commerce sales? And the last one was delivery customers. The delivery customers have increased or not. So you see, I touch here the different business model I talked about. Commerce, the e-commerce marketplace model. Delivery customers, the delivery model which we have. So these KPIs we have defined, and now when we're going to work and create our website, we're going to look at these KPIs, that how we have achieved the results in there. And I can already share with you that what we have achieved. In the last year, we were able to get more than 900,000 new customers. E-commerce sales have increased by 250%, and delivery customers have increased by 30,000. Yes, it looks all good. On the upside, we achieved ourselves, but of course there were challenges which we'll come back later to. But that is our success story in terms of data in the last year. Now, as we talked about business, the KPIs, the data, what's next? As a customer, what do you need? Just look at the picture. Like, what does these customers need? A good customer experience. The person who is standing behind the top is friendly enough, is providing good food or not. You all know if you go to a certain restaurant and you don't have a good experience, it doesn't matter how good the food is, but the waiter was rude, I'm pretty sure 80 to 90% of you will never go to that restaurant again. And that defines that how important the customer experience is. And based on this, we also did our research. We went to our customers. We do regular user testing where we invite our metro customers, B2B customers to us, and we do interviews with them. That, okay, this is our website. What do you need? What do you want? What is your goal? This is the approach we are going to implement. Do you understand that? So that's where talk to your customers and try to understand what do they need. And based on this, based on the KPIs we defined and based on the customer needs we had, we created our concept. There were two things that we decided that we will go with. One was buckets, and the second one was standardization. You most probably would not know what he's talking about. So let's go with step by step with both of them. Buckets. By buckets, I mean, I hope that works somehow. No. But buckets, on the top side, you see these blue bar, and what is written there is online marketplace, delivery, and your store. So what we did was, the customer, when he comes to the website, directly knows that which bucket I need to click and then continue with his customer user journey. Often happens in a huge organization, when you have so many business models, customer comes to the cover page, home page, and is lost. Okay, I'm a delivery customer. I want to do the delivery. How do I do that? And that is where we took the bucket model, where we implemented buckets so that customers can go directly into their user journey and initiate that in the first view what they see. So that is the buckets we implemented. And the second thing which we did was standardization, as I talked about it. With standardization, what we mean is as I told you, we are in 21 different countries. Just imagine, take an example of Burger King. Have you ever seen Burger King in US or Netherlands or in Spain having different menus? No. They would completely lost it. They have to have a standardized menu to a certain extent. And only that is the success story behind it, that's a success menu that they can achieve. And that is the same direction which we took, that we need to build standardized website. There has to be standardized content that we create and we provide to our countries. And with that comes the technical part of my talk and of the PM, product manager triangle. As any chef, you need good tools in your kitchen to be successful. And we were lucky enough to have Sitecore as our solution to build those solutions. So what did we do with standardization? We created standardized content components, which were available for all the 21 countries. We created templates with one click, and if you know that, you are able to create in Sitecore with one-click templates. What do you mean by templates? By templates, you have defined the structure of the page. These are the 5 components I need. That's how they are, and this is the standardized content in there. And what our authors do in their countries, one click, I want to become a customer page, and whole become a customer page is there. They just need to translate, and the whole page is, or website, it is available. So that is what we did with Sitecore, and Sitecore, to be honest, helped us immensely in that direction. It was almost kind of out of box that you can create template and standard content. But another thing what we did with standardization, as I talked about content. So one is structure part, the template, you can create the template, but then you also have content part. How do you manage content? In that regard, we call it a blueprint project which we created. There we create content in English. So that is a blueprint project of 21 countries. We want to release in Germany. We copy from there our whole content, become a customer page into Germany. You are ready, just translate everything. So that's how 2 things which we did with Sitecore help to bring standardization. And now that takes me to my second part, and that is the buckets thing, how technically we implemented buckets. There was another big challenge. Yes, we implemented buckets, but in a huge organization, you must know there are different solutions. You have a shop solution, you have web solution, you have different, might be account solutions. So different teams are handling that. How do you make sure that the customer does not realize you are in these different solutions? I remember 5 years ago, if you have been to Metro website, you go to Metro DE, everything is in Sitecore. You click on certain product teaser, you get into the shop system, suddenly the header looks different. The color is different. Though we aligned, the color should be same, but they were different developers. Everyone implemented logo differently. Logo is not connected to your homepage. Customer is lost. Where have I come? Have I left the website? Should I do my transaction here? So you can see that loyalty and the trust which we were losing. In that regard, we did implement buckets, but we also implemented another thing called reusable components as a service. What does that mean? Before we were like any normal API providing content as an API. You can have store data, structured data you provide as an API. Other teams can reuse it and put the same store data, for instance, on their commerce side as well. But with component as a service, we implemented not only content, but also HTML, CSS, JavaScript as a combined together. So that other solutions can integrate. So now our product, what we are doing, we're combining it, this whole bucket, what you saw up there, the content, the HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and also the whole mobile view and everything is parked as one component as a service, and other solutions just need to integrate it on their side. And that way we are taking, with Sitecore's help, further. So right now we have buckets, we have cookies component, we have also footer, we have navigation. So all these things which are globally same for all the different solutions, we implement them as component service and provide to all solutions. So you see, with that, we are able to create a trustful customer experience. We are able to create and guide our customers in the right direction, that what is your focus? Go there, don't need to think too much. And we are able to provide a standard solution which bigger companies do need. And that's a good basis for everything. We have achieved it. We didn't stop there. As I said, there's a cherry on top. And who else better to talk about cherry on top than Tobias about personalization?
To sharpen the picture a little bit, what's exactly the problem on personalization and the cherry on top? Rian talked already about the B2B business. We as Metro Digital have no real governance when it comes to the content in the countries. Yes, we are doing templates, we are developing components, but if a country like Spain, Netherlands, India wants to go crazy, wants to do their own shop system, their own websites, they could do that. Therefore, it's very tough to say or to praise, yay, personalization is the key for everything, customers expect it, but if a country is just telling you, we don't have the capacity, we don't have images, we don't have copywriters, we're just doing a static website, they could do it. So there's really a small part of praising our products, promising them also with data, click tracking, whatever, that it's beneficial. On the other side, limitations on the countryside. But why is personalization important? Who of you has been already to a tapas bar? Most of you. Who liked it? Same people, that's good. Good for Spain. What was maybe the main reason? Most of the time it's, even if it's hard to understand the people, yesterday evening we talked more with hand and feet than really with my broken Spanish, I can order beer, that's enough. And they made us feel welcome. It was really cozy, really nice being there, sitting there. And that is somehow a personalized experience. We will remember in a few years still, when we have been to Spain, this little cozy tapas bar where the lady was really ambitious to have good food on our plate. And that's also on the website. We are dealing there with some kind of emotions. Even if with the gastronomic business, they're looking for prices, even cheaper prices, more cheaper prices, everything is about money nowadays. We just want to catch them emotionally, based with the big header images, with some nice text, with some SEO keywords if you're coming from Google. Everything needs to be personalized. And what are the main KPIs that I, as a personalization product manager, got there? It's first of all, 9 out of 10 customers really expect personalized communication. So not only on the web, but completely streamlined, starting with a newsletter, maybe with an app, maybe with a Google ad, coming to the web touch point, ending up in the shop. Like you already said, colors should be the same. Everywhere maybe the name, but not only the name. If you're running an Italian place or a tapas bar, it would make sense to offer non-authentic food to you. If I just want to sell you some Indian dishes or some Russian dishes from the market to an Italian pizza place, that's not really personalized. But since we know our customers, we can do that. With that, also our traffic increased. Since we are also personalizing the user experience based on the search bar, that we know the behavior of a customer, how long did he spend on a page, what has he clicked. We can also map the behavior of anonymous users with already known users. Everything is personalized, even if you're not logged in on the page. And that resulted then in a total e-commerce sales increase of 8% in the last year. So I can praise all that to the countries, but still they can say, no capacity. So what to do then? Or what is the main key of personalization? I already said there are many touch points we have. You already mentioned also email game. We have the app game. We have the web touch. We have too many there. How to streamline everything? How to also streamline the data we have if a customer is logging in, and the behavioral data, because we behave completely different in the app with the scrolling behavior than in a web, than in newsletter. If tracking, thank God, still some tracking is allowed in terms of GDPR. Future will be different, but still we try to only personalize what we really can offer to the user. How we are doing that, I already mentioned data. So if you accept cookies, who of you thinks that cookies are bad? Or the other way around, who is thinking cookies are good? Or the other people have no opinion for cookies? Then I assume most of you think cookies are bad. Not that bad as you think, maybe for some companies. If you stick to GDPR, they are quite okay-ish, even if sometimes you're in a gray zone. But somehow we have to collect data in a session. We can do that session-based, somehow cookie-less, or only with first-party cookies, will be more complex. But data is the key. So we have the click behavior of a customer, we have the buying behavior. Even if the customer is buying offline in the store, you still need the little metro or macro card, and we have that data of the local store business. That's beneficial to personalize the online behavior, or not online behavior, but online offers. And also behavior, I already mentioned, if you're anonymous on a website and still allow us to track you with the bad cookies, we can see where have you been, what have you clicked, how long have you stayed, what was your bounce page, and then see, you could be one of the Italian places, and some magic you will see then tomato sauce and some flour on the website. Why? Not only 9 out of 10 of our customers really want to have that, they want to have their offers, they want to have their special prices, different business, different level of items they are buying, therefore different prices. But really we see a decrease of the bounce rate. We see an uplift in conversion. We had that there are more beneficial side effects with the bad cookies than without. Also another thing is loyalty programs. Which of your companies has a loyalty program? Okay, you are from Metro, you don't count. That's also the reason why you're in the first row. Who of you is from Germany and knows Payback, for example? Okay, one guy. Or Booking.com. The more you shop on a website, also there's Amazon Smiles, I guess, the more beneficial it is for you or in Amazon for the environment, because somehow you get a small amount of money back, you get special discounts, maybe you get more newsletters from Booking.com with only offers for you. Companies really build up these huge loyalty programs to not only get your data to personalize your experience, but really to bind you to that. It's the same like with your phone. The more you personalize your experience on your phone, the more you're addicted to that because it's your smartphone. I bet none of your iPhones look the same like your neighbor's one. So you really expect experience or personalized behavior everywhere. That's also on your shopping experience online. And that are also the customer needs. We distinguish in Metro 3 different kind of customer needs. The first one is, of course, a transactional one. People are going online on our website to do e-commerce. That's obvious. Second one is we have a blog there. It's an inspirational one. So maybe what will be the newest fancy cocktail this summer? Every summer there are new cocktails out there. We have a blog for that. Every country is doing that on their own. Therefore, we have also the inspirational stuff. And if you ever ask yourself how to open a restaurant, how to calculate my menu that I do not go bankrupt, how to, whatever, create a menu card, we also have that kind of informational infos on our website, informational content on the website. So that are three kind of assets we are serving with Sitecore, where we personalize the behavior, measure the click tracking, whatever, every kind of web metrics, and really try to see what kind of customer do we have. Therefore, data is really the lifeblood of everything in our company. If you now ask yourself, okay, I understood personalization is the key, standardization is beneficial, and either for my company where I'm working as a marketer, product manager, or for my customer, but how can I start now with that? Even if you're maybe now stuck with Sitecore 10.2 like we are, because we cannot go headless right now, personalization is a little bit different in XM Cloud, I've heard nowadays. Where to start, how to start? First of all, of course, you need some data. And if you have a look at the Sitecore rule engine, there's already a huge set. Just take a few of those rules that are beneficial for you. Maybe personalize on the login. That would be the easiest. You can look up for the different segmentations like hotel, restaurant, like your company or your customers, what kind of segment you have. Or if a customer is visiting your website for the 10th times in 2 days, he's maybe searching for something he cannot find. Also, that could be a first use case for personalization. There are many different ways to really start with personalization where you do not even need additional content from your customer or from the countries, from the stakeholders. On top, if you have maybe somewhere a model that is calling, hey, log in to get all the nice benefits. We had that for a very long time. That is one fuck up on the page. Very prominent. Even a logged in customer has seen, hey, become a customer now. That doesn't make any sense. And the countries didn't want to change that. They said, nope, no one is clicking on that, therefore it has no importance. Yes, no one is clicking on that because it has no importance. Exactly. Thanks for that. So dealing with stakeholders in countries, that is one big fuck up that we have learned. We just take more ownership nowadays and just pushing them a little bit. And Sitecore is here also our solution to personalization. We have just took the complete rule set, have thrown it away, and tailor-made it for our business. That may be now also our problem why we cannot go headless right now, since we have tailor-made everything there. But that's another fuck-up. Do not modify too much, because it will cost you some development time afterwards. Overall, if we just have a look at the business of our transition from the last 3 or 4 years, Rian already mentioned 5 years ago, we even had different headers, different logos. What have been the main challenges that we tackled in the business? We have 5 of them. First one is awareness. We just slice the products or the complete landscape vertical in different products that we can take clear ownership. We with Sitecore only responsible for the web touch point. Therefore, we do what product managers like to do, talking a lot to other product managers to align on the end-to-end user journey, how it should look like. You and your team implemented reusable components that maybe the navigation is looking the same in our website, on the shop website, and maybe even other systems that are connected. Second one, the initiation phase. Nowadays it's easier than ever before to become a customer. Yes, to get the Metro card you still need a registered business, but only to shop online, to maybe order a fridge or a pan, to order non-food goods, you only need an online account, an email address, and then in the end, of course, a delivery address. No paperwork, we Germans love paperwork. Nothing else you need to really prove that you're owning a business for the first step there. That's really easy to get new customers. That's also the result of 900,000 more customers over the last year. Third one is the transaction. We try to move the websites really to a transactional page, where on the landing page, if you go on Metro D, Macro, ES, whatever country you are from, you will see that there is on the one part the marketplace, on the other part the store business. We really try to combine on the first visit as much information and as many transactional channels that you can get a somehow very good overview of our complete portfolio. The fourth one is the interaction. It's still a point where we have to work on that everything is streamlined, like starting newsletter, ending the shop, that the behavior is the same. But that needs to be aligned because customers simply expect a seamless user journey. That's still work in progress. And last one is the community. Having loyal customers with the sales force that is supporting the restaurants out there, really eye-to-eye level, not only to the countries as stakeholders, but also with a user interview with the end customers that you show. Also as an IT organization working somehow in the basement for sure, that you understand the customer problems and you really want to tackle that. And combining the awareness, the transaction and the interaction, we did a market research and there Sitecore was the best tool 5 years ago. And we are doing this research now again because we have to go headless. It is the future of every CMS. And it's very, very likely that we are sticking to Sitecore as the engine and that we go with the flow there.
Yes, and as you can already read, it's not all about that we keep on taking, don't just take, but also give. So this is the time to share with you what our learnings were and what is our recommendations to you. So first thing, know your data. Just one example given by Tobias. We had a nice login screen or the pop-up, didn't work, annoyed, and we removed it. How did we know it? By knowing our data. We were measuring the KPI. We were measuring what is the click-through rate there. So know your data. Another thing which I like to share how we are transforming Metro Digital with respect to data. How many of you know regarding OKRs or have heard the word OKR? Then you would know how much OKR helps in thinking that you think from data perspective. And that is exactly what we are doing. We are defining our OKRs, objectives and key results, and with each key result, we are defining the KPIs which we want to measure. And also, not going too much in detail, very important to create outcome-focused key results, not really output. Don't do for the sake of doing OKR, do it for how it should be done. So, what we do, we define key results, and we don't only stop there, we create really the dashboard. We currently are on Google Analytics, and we create our Data Studio dashboard, which gives a very nice overview of all the important KPIs which we have defined, and we can keep as a product manager, not as a product manager only, but also as an engineer or as a UX person, because we believe that team is the star and everyone should understand data and challenge each other that why this KPI is not working good and we need to adapt. So, know your data, take your decisions based on data. And that is the best thing you can do for your organization. Second thing is, as I already mentioned, standardize the content. I don't know for how many of you it would be really a problem, but if you are in a huge organization, I can bet on it that it is a problem for you. Because We had been in the 5 years ago, every country want to build their own website. They see the content management system and their eyes just comes out. Oh, that's a content management system. There are thousands of components. I can just drag and drop with now nicer SXA and build whatever they want. But that is a troublemaker. So standardize it, create templates, create standardized content, and push from the organizational perspective to your countries that how standardized website should be created. Another reason, not only that from the working perspective, just imagine if you have standardized website, measuring the KPIs, knowing the data is far more easier. You would know, okay, that is one KPI, that is the journey I created, it is working in 10 countries this way. I know, okay, what needs to be adapted, standardized from the central perspective, and improve the KPI. So another reason why to go standardized content. And last but not the least, personalized with the meaning. Content is already there, based on customer. It might have a different icing, a different taste. So I don't need to say much about personalization because Tobias have given you a very nice overview. So personalize on it to complete the picture there. And at the end, our call to action. Get to know your menu even better. Talk to your customers. Ask for the taste of your tapas and make them happy. Thank you very much. And you can reach us by
We have some time left for questions, so if there are questions, go ahead.
It was amazing. Which platforms of course Sitecore are you currently using, and where do you usually find these analytics best suited for your business?
That's a good question. Yes, so the question was that which platform of Sitecore we are using and how the data we are measuring with respect to Sitecore. The challenge is, yes, we have XM. We can do a lot of things from the data perspective, but again, to standardize data in the whole organization, we decided to go with Google Analytics. So that's where all the solutions implement Google Analytics. Even though we could use Sitecore even for personalization, we are most probably using certain KPIs, you can tell better, but we use Google Analytics and connect with it with Data Studio dashboards, which we create and then measure the data there. And currently we are on Sitecore 10.2. Yes.
So, did you manage to roll out personalization for every country, or just some, or is this also somewhat standardized?
So the question was if we are able to manage personalization for all the countries, or if the countries do it on their own, or if it's somehow standardized. It depends, as always. We have some personalized user journeys that are coming out of the box with templates, like already mentioned, the one become a customer, that, there is a tile, but based on the kind of customer you are, the messages inside there are changing. That is the one part where we only need translations from the countries, but no further content. So we are serving some kinds of personalization directly in the templates developed by your team. But on the other parts, I just praise the countries. It's beneficial for you to have more images. It's beneficial for you to have more text. So, yes and no. We try to personalize as much as we can out of the box, especially when it comes to the product itself. We have some teasers with the product carousel. When we know the customer, we can, of course, personalize products there. If we don't know the customer, we can give the top sellers over all products there. Therefore, also there we are praising to use it. But as mentioned, unfortunately, we have not that kind of power that we can force the countries to use everything.
Just to add in there, I really like that how you phrase the question, also connecting with standardization and personalization. So that shows that it was a little bit success here, what we shared. Yes.
So really, really excellent. Great.
Thank you.
Nice work. And so you're using Sitecore XM, right? Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's in-session personalization, right? Because you can't do historical personalization in XM. So I guess you've created personalization rules that look at like field values when the user logs in. So like what's it could say what kind of like catering they do or what kind of products they buy. So
Lucky me, I have one of my developers here with me. May you jump in for the technical
Can you
questions?
repeat the question? Can you repeat the question?
The question was,
So the data that you're using for personalization is coming from like the record of the user when the user reveals their ID when they log in. So where does that data reside that you're using for personalization?
We do store it directly in Sitecore database as well, and we also send it to the GA as well, Google Analytics. The personalization data you're asking, right?
Yeah, okay, so there's a user database in Sitecore where you're storing the data.
Not exactly, like we do have certain rules as well, and on top of it, all the data stored there also goes to the Sitecore as well, and all to the Google Cloud as well.
And the last question, but can you share any KPIs with regard to personalization specifically? I mean, are you able to differentiate between users exposed to personalization and not exposed to personalization?
so second question is about KPIs for personalization itself. 3 have been already shown that we have, of course, increased traffic share. That are the most common ones. Or in what kind of direction?
Could you compare the ones who are exposed who are not exposed? So like sort of validating
Yes.
like, okay, personalization is actually its own KPI.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Is there anything like that you can share? Or?
Currently, we try to work on that also in terms of revenue, that we can say that a personalization can result in a higher revenue. Problem of that is how to do that really, because in the user journey, if you visit many websites and somewhere some personalization was active, has that really an effect on the sales afterwards? If a user is just seeing one personalized product and he's buying that product based on the teaser 7 days after he's seen that, either online or offline, we can be for sure, yeah, we had some positive impact there. But if only some rules are active, it's hard to distinguish that is really a leading indicator there. Therefore, we just have a rule of thumb, but no really boiled down metric right now.
Yeah, but I definitely understand where you're coming from. So I agree with the approach. It's getting an indication.
Cool. Just a follow-up question on that, because that was actually a very similar question I had. How do you test? Are you doing A/B testing and user journeys? And if so, that data is stored on Sitecore itself, or how are you kind of choosing which one to go for? When should you use Google Analytics and Sitecore dashboards, and are they connected to what extent?
Very good question. So I can take that. Yes, we are doing A/B testing. Very often, that's also the part of product management organization which we are creating. So we are doing. So the question was also if we are doing A/B testing and how we are storing the data. Currently, we have 2 different ways of doing A/B testing. One is, Sitecore A/B testing, which comes out of the box. The page level A/B testing, which we do. And from there, what we do is we have created the connector that we pass all the data to Google Analytics. Yes, we could save it on the Sitecore side, but as I said, that we want to standardize how the data is managed. We send it to Google Analytics. But that is purely content-based A/B testing. When you are testing, that's what we focus with Sitecore. As soon as you come to front-end-based A/B testing, we have a different tool there. We use Optimizely there. So, for instance, if we want to see, okay, that button works this way or the other way around, we use Optimizely. But again, there, we send the data to Google Analytics so that in the end, everything is into Google Analytics, and there we can check our KPIs, which we have defined, and what is the success part.
And nowadays, not only we are doing the A/B test, also the countries itself have seen the benefits and are comparing different slogans, different images, wording, and are running A/B test on their own then with the Sitecore set.
That's all the time we have. Thank you all for attending. Thank you, Rian.
Thank you very much.